Welcome to your community. This is your hometown. This is Walton Entertainment. This is where you can hear from the community and those making a difference. We explore topics, local festivals, arts and entertainment, and local news. For this program and much more, visit us online at yourlocalstream.com. That's yourlocalstream.com.
Good morning. I'm Tisha Finn from the Walton Youth Project, and I lead the Teen Advocacy Board here in Walton County. And this morning we just wanted to share with you some of the things that our teen board has been doing as a middle school outreach, both virtually and in person. We wrote a grant a few months ago for the Walton County Healthcare Foundation and were awarded that to buy a 3D printer. The original purpose of the 3D printer was to print face shields and masks for healthcare providers and people because of the COVID pandemic. But what we've realized now is we have a bunch of school students who have a lot of idle time on their hands. And so we came up with this project to print a Star Wars mask, a Mandalorian helmet that can also be used for PPE if you need to. But what we've been doing is our teens have been going into schools and doing these workshops, both on Zoom, online, and in person. And they print all of these pieces out on the 3D printer. You can see how this one hasn't been finished. That's part of the skill, is once they're printed in pieces, we teach the kids how to trim and sand and file and then fill in with putty and glue them with UV glue. And then once they have the whole thing assembled, they can finish it out however they want with paint. So it's been a nice STEM challenge with science, technology, engineering, and math to teach them how to do everything from designing the helmet to printing the individual pieces to printing it in their size of their head, and then to go through with assembling these parts and getting them all tidied up, cleaned up, and finished. What we'd like to do, though, in the community, we'd love to bring these workshops to different places, to churches, to organizations, to schools, as we are already, and we have all that information on our website, which is waltonadvocates.org. So we hope to hear from you. So our helmet is functional. As you can see, we can put vents in the side for breathing and a shield in the front. So there you go.
Hi, I'm Rick Baker. I work with the Partnership for Families, Children, and Youth here in Walton County, and just wanted to relate a recent experience I had with you that is pretty prevalent right now. I have actually recovered from COVID-19, and just wanted to talk to you about some of the symptoms that I had, so that if you begin to feel this way, maybe you want to go ahead and get tested pretty quickly, so that you don't wind up where I wound up, which was in the hospital for 5 days. It all began for me with what I thought was a sinus infection. I had a runny nose, some postnasal drip, but it pretty quickly progressed from there to body aches, chest congestion, a cough, and the thing that really bothered me the most initially was the fatigue. I mean, the body aches were bad, but my energy level bottomed out. I had no energy whatsoever. That was kind of the thing that got my attention the most. The body aches were bad as well. But I went 4 or 5 days without running a fever. And then the fever came on, and that was when I went to the doctor and was told I had double pneumonia, and wound up in the hospital. My case, as bad as it was not nearly as bad as some others. I just want to encourage you, don't take this lightly. When I had to go to the hospital, the first 3 hospitals my doctor recommended were entirely on what's called diversion. They were accepting no patients. Thankfully, I was able to go to Piedmont Athens and they took very good care of me. Recently, my mom had to go to the hospital, non-COVID related, but while she was there, my brother was talking to a nurse who said right here in Walton County, they had 12 patients in the emergency room waiting on beds in the ICU unit. There were none available. And so don't take this serious. If you begin to develop symptoms, don't just assume that it's a cold or a sinus infection or the flu. Go get tested, find out. Hopefully it'll be negative, but if it's positive, then you can begin to seek medical treatment and not wind up in the hospital. That's what I wish I had done. So be careful, be safe. I'm not wearing a mask because I'm 6 feet away. But if you're going to go out in public, wear your mask, protect yourself, and protect others. Right now, COVID's hitting Walton County pretty hard, and our medical professionals are stretched to the limit. So let's do what we can to help them out. I hope you remain healthy and safe. Thank you.
You're watching Walton Entertainment. Welcome to Focus. This segment is an opportunity for us to focus on what matters with people, places, and things. I'm your photographer, Daryl Everidge.
Families used to come out and they would take care of graves and they would picnic. You know, after church you'd come out and you'd eat after church and you'd clean the graves and you'd put flowers out, and it was just a traditional thing, and you'd talk about your loved ones that were long gone and you'd tell stories. It was just your tradition, and it's kind of fallen by the wayside. I think people move off. You know, children move away, they move to other places, and the graves just fall into disrepair, and people forget where their family members are buried. I decided I was going to show my friend Bill Owens a grist mill that I was interested in, and we drove out to see the grist mill, and on the way back he said, "I think you would like to see this cemetery." And so he showed me a cemetery that was right across the street from where I lived, and I could not believe I had lived there for that long and I had never seen it. I was shocked and appalled. And so I saw it, and we looked at it for a few minutes, and I went home and I couldn't stop thinking about it. So a few minutes later I decided to amble back over, and I walked all the way through it, and I started taking pictures, and then I called him back up and I said, "Oh, well, look at this, look what I found." And I got so excited about it, and then I said, "Well, we have to do something." And so then from then on it was kind of game on. So then I guess it was every other weekend we were in there cleaning and pulling briars and just working away. Just clearing vines and cleaning gravestones, chopping down trees. And you know, it's just been a discovery of gravestones and plants, and it's been fun. But meeting people, you know, it's been different people coming out every other weekend. You know, and sometimes it's a good group of people. Sometimes it's no people. You know, it might be a lonely weekend out there, but sometimes it's a bunch of people. It just depends, but you can't give up. You know, you just got to keep at it. I would like to see the cemetery in the name of the city of Monroe, and that's something I really would like to work toward. You know, and I don't want it to be an added expense for the city. I don't think it would be. I just think that it needs to have a, you know, it needs to have a place, you know, so that this never happens again. You know, a caretaker, if you will. So if a tree does fall,
that's something that will be done about it. Or if, the vines start to grow crazy. And I'd like to keep our stewardship group going, where we come out. Right now we're coming out twice a month. I think once everything is as it should be, we can cut back to maybe one time a month just to cut vines, spray a little Roundup if needed, those types of things. But I would like to see it, in the name of a certified entity like the City of Monroe. And I think that it was good that they were placed here to identify it as a cemetery. I think that was a blessing. And as we move forward, I really want to repair all the broken markers, find where all the graves, the probability of all the graves are, and, place some type of, small marker on all the graves, something that's not going to rot.
I've known about the cemetery for years. I did not know the history of it. I knew it was an African American cemetery, and I knew that it was abandoned, so to speak. And I told her about it, and she had looked at it, and I think about a week or so later we went back over there and we tromped through all the weeds and through everything, and slowly started gathering history on it and figuring out what it was and who was there and what it was all about. And I'd heard so many myths and half-truths, and you just get this local folklore type thing going on within the community, and it was like, well, let's dig into this, and so it was absolutely fascinating. From there, we ended up going to the county courthouse and going through the archive records and seeing how this all came about, and there was a lot of things that people thought or believed that just weren't true, and it's just a wonderful story of how this church came about and how it was founded and how the cemetery came about, and how they moved, and then it was just kind of forgotten for a while. And so it was really nice to uncover this piece of Monroe history that we could just share with everybody. And I've absolutely enjoyed the entire journey.
This past week's been really great because we could finally see the buildings, finally look over that whole vast expanse, and you can see all the way to the other side. And before, you would look and it would just be a jumbled mass of plants and you couldn't see anything. And now you can see to the other side. You can see the light. I feel like preservation is of value because it unites all people. This preserves cultural heritage, and I think that that's important. This cultural heritage is important not just for the African American community. I think it's important for blacks, whites, people of all color. I think it's important not just to remember the past, but it's important for people of today, but it's important to people for the future too. We've got to think about, not just ourselves, but for people of the future. We've got to preserve this for ongoing generations, I think so. The original thought that's just evolved from the very beginning was, hey, let's just clean this up so people can see it, so someone else can come in here and see what's going on. And from there, that journey has just taken us to learn what this really was and who was really here and the people that were buried there. It's pretty unique, and I still find it fascinating when you can find these graves that we literally are just finding. You're just digging through this forest of underbrush and growth, and you happen upon a grave, and you can find someone that's been lost, so to speak. And that in itself is so rewarding, just to find that and discover that. And if you don't preserve these stories, they're going to disappear, and I think it's important. But I think by preserving these stories, we're helping to create new stories. I mean, don't you think? I think it helps us shape what's to come.
Monroe is probably one of the most unique places, and we have such a rich history, and it goes back and forth. And the more you read into the history of Monroe, the diversity that you have here in this community is quite unique in itself. You can definitely look at the other communities around us, and it's just not the same.
We can do a lot of things with this cemetery. We can preserve this space, but I think we can preserve many more things in this community. And I think not just with this community, I think other communities, can look at this and they can do bigger things in their communities. I think, doing one thing can ripple across other communities. I believe that.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Joel Burnstead, and I'm the Walton County Extension Agent here in Monroe, Georgia. And I would like to wish everyone a Happy New Year and hope you had a great holiday break. Again, we have several services that we offer here out of our Walton County office if you're interested. We have a lot of information on home lawns and gardening, so if that's something that you're planning for the new year and the coming spring, you can stop by our office, get a soil test, and we have a lot of different gardening information that'll be able to help you out with those resources. We also have a Master Gardener volunteer program that will be hopefully starting in September with the new classes. So if you are interested in being one of our Master Gardener volunteers, then please stop by or call our office with any questions, and we'll be happy to help you or answer those questions. We do have soil and water testing services that we offer through our office. So if your home lawn is not doing as good as you want, or you have a garden that you're wanting to plant for the spring, we do have soil testing bags that you can pick up from our office that will tell you the nutritional value in your soil and what you need to apply back to your soil to have a healthy lawn or garden. We also offer a vast array of water tests through the University of Georgia. So if you live in Walton County and you're not on a municipal water system and you have a home well, we do recommend that you test that well at least annually for any harmful bacteria or heavy metal levels. And we are experienced here in the office and we'll be able to answer any questions you may have. So please stop by or call us and we'll help you out with those questions. Also, we do have the 4-H Youth Development Program out of the Walton County Extension Office. Due to COVID and the pandemic, we have been limited on what programming we can offer, but we still do have some club activities that your kids can be involved in. We have horse club, goat club. We have a lot of shooting sports, archery, shotgun, BB, and air rifle. So if your kids are interested in any of those programs, please stop by or call us and we'll be happy to get you on the onboarding process, because these are great programs for kids. We'll also have more information in the coming months, and depending on the situation surrounding the pandemic, if we will hold 4-H summer camp programs this summer for your kids. So be thinking about that, and we'll have that information as soon as we get it out. But please stop by, give us a call, and we'll be happy to help you with any questions you have. Thank you.
Hi, this is Jody Johnson, and I'm here with the Recreation Report. Our last time we talked about the splash park, which I know the weather right now is not very conducive for our spring activities that we're looking forward to in April of opening that new splash park up. We also have some construction going on at the South Walton Community Center. The grading is underway, and the footers and all the things that you really can't see in the ground are being done right now. So yeah, we look forward to that. In about 6 to 8 months, you'll start seeing some things that are elevated coming out of the ground, the concrete poured and the walls going up, and we're picking out all the interior designing elements now. So really looking forward to having something down in Social Circle. It's actually right across the street from the South Walton Park. Also, along with that, we're going to renovate the pond, put a walking trail around the pond, build a couple bridges that'll make it a complete loop, about 3/4 of a mile down there. So we'll have another trail for any all the walkers, the runners, the bikers, that sort of thing. Great place to go outside and exercise once the weather warms up. So that'll be coming this spring as well. Also want to talk about our spring sports registration, which is coming up January 19th through January 29th. It's really important. We're a little further out than normal. We kind of predicted that we weren't sure where the kids would go back to school right after Christmas, so we kind of moved our registration period out a week. So January 19th through January 29th is our spring sports registrations, which is our baseball and softball, our spring soccer, and track and field. So all of those things will be advertising online, WaltonCountyGA.gov. You don't even have to come to the office if you wished not to. Of course, you're welcome to go either to our Meridian Community Center, Felker Community Center, or South Walton office to register in person. We'll have computers set up there. But registration online, it's approximately $85 for most of our sports. So we hope that you'll get in and register. And remember, some of the age groups, especially in the West Walton area, fill up really fast. So if you're going to play, register towards the beginning of the January 19th time frame to make sure, especially in the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 areas. We take 144 kids, and a lot of times they fill up within the first few days. So if you want your particular area or your that you want to play in, register as close to the January 19th. If not, we'll keep it open to the 29th, and then we'll fill in a couple spots here and there that we need to. So we've got a lot of activity going on. This is the time of the year when all of the people that are making their New Year's resolutions, and that's a great thing to do. Everyone wants to get in shape and be healthy, and we have a great place for you to do that, and that's our Felker Park and Meridian Park Community Centers. It's a very affordable place to go, and it's indoors when it's raining or it's cold. It's a great place to walk, run, lift weights, do aerobics classes, Zumba classes. We have all of those things for you. So it's very affordable. Go online to WaltonCountyGA.gov or go by one of our community centers. And again, it's only $2 per week per family. It's prorated, so it's normally $104 a year. So it's about half price right now since we're about halfway through the year. So it's a great way to get in and to exercise. It's not that's per family as well. So it's you and your wife, or if you have an older child, they're welcome to come as well. So it's a great affordable way to have good family exercise indoors. And one membership gets you a membership at both places, and soon we'll give you the third membership when we open up South Walton Park. So we have them all throughout the county. So have a lot going on. We have our spring sports. We're also finishing up our basketball season, which we have about close to 700 kids participating in basketball. We're started back now with our basketball season, and we'll go through January, and we'll end the first week in February with kind of abbreviated type all-stars. We've got a lot of ways to keep our kids safe and our spectators safe coming in and out of our community centers. We're constantly cleaning and fogging and making sure that everyone stays safe. So we just want you to remember that sportsmanship starts at home, and that we have a lot of programs going on. So until next time, thank you very much.
Creative artists can offer you a wide range of video production. Call the experts and discuss your project today, whether it's your special event or your company. Creative Artist, 770-267-7368. Creative Artist produces this program you're watching. Call Creative Artist today, 770-267-7368. Creative Artist, they'll put you in the spotlight.
Hi, and welcome to Monroe Walton Center for the Arts. At the time of this filming, the gallery is empty, but we have a new show coming in this week. It is our member show, which is a celebration of our members and their own personal artistic journey wherever they are, whether they're a novice or they're a painter or fine artist that's been doing this for 50 years, and everybody in between. So that show will be opening this week, and at the time of this filming, I have no idea how many. It's always kind of like Christmas morning with our member show. I don't know until the drop-off dates what we will end up having, but we usually have a really robust show with lots of at least usually 40 or so artists enter our member show. I know there seems to be a lot of interest lately. We've had a lot of new members come in, at least 5 new members come in the last couple of weeks, specifically because they wanted to be in our member show. And particularly intriguing to me is that a lot of these new members are younger people. So I'm really excited to see what they will bring in, and I think you will love this show. It's always a fun show. A lot of the items, not everything, but probably most of the items will be available for purchase as well. They do have to stay through the end of the show, but we will, you can come and either just browse and enjoy the beautiful artwork created by your neighbors and friends, or you might want to even shop and find something special for your home or office. So do come in. The show will be here through middle to end of February. And we do have a reception planned on January 22nd for this show. Of course, we will just have to see if we're able to hold the reception, or it may have to be a virtual event. We will just have to see whether or not we're able to hold the event safely, depending on government guidelines. So, but do come in and see the show. We're hardly ever very busy, plenty of room for social distancing, and we're a safe, clean, relaxing environment for you to come and visit. And that is good for your immune system, to get out and to relax and bring some joy into your life. That's actually very healthy and good for you. So do come and support local artists and see our show that opens this week. We have lots of new classes coming up. One thing we're particularly excited about is many of you know Zach Kaufman. He is our cute teenage red-haired helper here, usually on Fridays. He's an experienced guitarist. He's in college now, and he's going to start beginner guitar lessons on Mondays. So if you're interested in that, we've got information online. We've got our class list that you can come pick up for more information, but that's kind of a whole new. He is going to develop some music programming here as part of the arts, and we'll start back with our open mics, the music open mics. We have our open mics still going on for the writers, but that's a Zoom and it's online. But Zach is wanting to develop, hopefully in February or March, and we will do the open mics outside if we can, and introduce you to some local musicians. So contact us if you're interested in helping Zach, or being one of the performers at our open mics, or if you're interested in guitar lessons. Those are for ages 9 up to adults. If you're a beginner guitar, if you're a novice, then contact us about that. This week we have our Sip and Paint with Donna on Friday night. On Saturday we are having kind of a soiree that a lot of y'all are familiar with so far. We only have 2 workshops. We usually have 3 or 4, but we have a pottery workshop planned, which is a hand-built mug, and then the other workshop is a wood turning workshop, and that one is bottle stoppers, like wine bottle stoppers. It will have a wood turn top, and then the bottom that goes into the bottle is metal. So you'll make the wood turn top for the bottle stoppers. So that's on Saturday the 16th. Sip and Paint is on the 15th. For the soiree on the 16th, those workshops are drop-in. You just come, you don't have to pre-register. The wood turning one, and probably the pottery one too, we're still kind of planning. will be, they'll start on the hour. But again, if you go online, you'll find out information about those at MonroeWaltonArts.org. We have another wood turning class on Saturday the 23rd, and it's a salt and pepper grinder class, and or shaker. I'm not sure if they're grinders, but they're salt and pepper shaker classes on Saturday the 23rd. And then we have basic digital photography on January 30th. And of course we have our ongoing weekly classes for kids and adults with painting, drawing, knitting, pottery. So contact us, come by and visit. We're open Tuesday through Saturday. Come see us on the web and see, details, fees, how to register, MonroeWaltonArts.org. And thank you for your support, and I pray that we all have a happy and healthy 2021. Come see us soon.
Hello, I'm Kenny Sargent with Keep Walton Beautiful, Walton County Recycling Center. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We hope everyone's had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I know we're all looking forward to a much better 2021. And here at the center, we're looking forward to a new year as well. We had some challenges here brought to us by COVID as well. So I did want to report a little bit. I don't think I've had time to report on our paint day. Again, we want to thank everyone that came out for America Recycles Day here at the center. We finally got in all of the numbers from our paint collection that day, and we collected just over 1,500 gallons of paint in 4 hours. So apparently that's an event that is still doing well for us, and is something that our citizens look forward to and participate in well. So we're definitely going to continue doing that one in the near future. So thank you again for everyone that come out. We appreciate it. Here at the center, just a few things to go over. We're still having some issues with people bringing in a lot of yard waste and things like that. Yard waste, tree limbs, grass clippings, leaves, all of those things need to go to an inert landfill. If you come down here with it, you're just going to be turned around and sent to an inert landfill. So go ahead and get it there to begin with. We have several local inert landfills here in Walton County. You feel free to give us a call. We can get you in contact with any of those. Our number here is 770-267-1421. Another thing is we have recently stopped taking commercial C&D waste. So this is basically construction debris. Those do need to go to a C&D landfill. As far as residents, if you're just doing a little bit of construction work around the house, or you just had a little bit of lumber or a few shingles and stuff like that, that's still okay to bring in. What we're really trying to cut out are the larger construction companies that are coming in with dump trailers full of construction debris. Where we take all of our trash, once it gets here, it's starting to turn our trucks away. They will no longer accept that amount of C&D waste from us, and when that happens, we have to bring it back here and find something to do with it ourselves, and it's really just something we can't do. So it's not that we don't want to take it, it's basically that we've been stopped from bringing it ourselves. So again, if you have any questions about where those C&D landfills are located or which ones are available to you, give us a call. We'll get you in contact with them, and we'll help you out any way we can. Outside of that, like I always say, give us a call, come in and see us, let us help you get started recycling, let us show you what we do here. As of right now, we are open. We are open to the public inside the building and out back in the recycling drive-through. So feel free to come into the building. We do ask that you wear a mask if you come in, and we're practicing social distancing here. But feel free to come in, ask us any questions, let us show you around, help you get started recycling, and show you all the things we do here. And until next time, take care.
Today we're off to a plantation, an historic site here in Jones County, Georgia. It's the Gerald Plantation. We hope to see all types of great stuff from the old days, way back. We've got our camera, and we're going to take some great pictures and pass them on to you. So check it out. Let's see what we can see here at the Gerald Plantation today. Nestled in the red clay hills of Georgia, this cotton plantation was owned by a single family for more than 140 years. It survived General Sherman's march to the sea, typhoid fever, emancipation, Reconstruction, the cotton boll weevil, and the advent of stream power and a transition from farming to forestry. This is the outhouse. It's large in comparison to most outhouses in its day, as it has a place for 3 folks. 2 on each end are a little bigger, and the one in the middle is small. That's where the little stinker goes. In 1847, John Fitzgerald built a simple heart pine house typical of most plantations and made many of the furnishings visitors see today. In 1860, the 600-acre plantation was farmed by 39 slaves. After the Civil War, John increased his land to nearly 1,000 acres farmed by former slaves. As John aged, most workers left and the slave houses deteriorated and finally disappeared. This is the house from 1895 where the Gerald family grew his family. 12 children were raised in this house. Here's the dining area where we have the safe where we put pies, but today we have some preserves in there, very nice. The kitchen was located just beyond the dining area. I guess all the little stinkers would sleep. Over in the other area, more bedroom. After John's death, his son Dick Gerald gave up teaching to return to the farm, and in 1895 he built a small house for his family that grew to 12 children. Dick diversified the farm, adding a sawmill, cotton gin, grist mill, shingle mill, planter, sugar cane press, syrup evaporator, workshop barn, and outbuildings. Just relaxing at the 1847 house that the Gerald built for 7 of his children. This is quite a bit bigger than the other house that we looked at, but nice relaxing front porch, side porch. Then you have your sewing room and bedroom, kitchen. It's just all the amenities are here. So this is 500 pounds of cotton right here. We're in the cotton gin, or the cotton factory, or the cotton barn, or the cotton house, built in 1895 by one of the Geralds. They sold a bale of cotton for $2. Now this is 500 pounds of cotton. This is all that's left, just these rocks from a tenant house from the early 1850s. What a great trip this was. Another back road treasure. Taking those off roads to the back roads. Always stay out here, whether you could bring a family or a friend. Bring your camera. Just get outside, get on the back roads. Today we've had fun, and we hope you'll have fun. We'll see you next time. I'm Daryl D.
Hi, this is Gail at the Monroe Farmers Market, and I'd like to welcome you to our first annual Monroe Blooms Flower Festival. This is a day that's all about flowers. We have plants for sale, we have cut flowers for sale, we have all sorts of vendors who have exercised their creative talents to be able to provide you with something that's flower themed. We've got flower cupcakes. We've got great demonstrations. You're going to have the opportunity to eat a squash blossom. Wonderful things for you to come out here and see and do. We've got classes available for you. You can create a flower crown, make a lavender wand, indulge in a little succulent jewelry, walk around town and see the beautiful floral art that's available to you. So come on down and enjoy. Hey, now take a look at this. This is at Bella Vista Farms. This is her flower pot cookie. Is this not too cute? And not to leave out your four-legged canine friends, here are some sunflower dog treats.
It's there.
This guy is doing filming, so
Okay.
I'm hoping to get him to answer.
Okay, no problem. It's there, ready to go.
I'm here at MKD Farms, and look what she's prepared for the Flower Festival. This is a beautifully decorated flower cupcake. Yes, sir.
And here at the Art Guild, you can see the flower arrangements here.
And now we're at the booth of Tasteful Creations. Now she's created something for you to bring the beauty of flowers into your home. What a beautiful way to repurpose your mason jars and add your flowers to it.
Everything else is like
having fun. But back home, you know, is rough.
And moving right along, we're here at the booth of the Walton County Master Gardeners. They're having their plant sale here today. They've got some beautiful blooming plants for your landscape. I know you're going to get thirsty when you're walking through the market. Stop at Jolie Lemonade. For 75 folks to arrive here, we'll get this handsomely decorated flower straw.
Then we're here at a brand new thing, and they've got some artwork here that are flowers.
And we're walking along and we've come to Jester's Farm, and she's created a selection of hypertufa planters for you to enjoy planting succulents in. And you gotta come and visit Miss Cheryl Malcolm. She's got the most beautiful hanging baskets available for you to take home and put on that porch.
That's an interesting idea.
They're decorating the pocket park right here with flowers. I'm sure it's going to be beautiful when they get through.
And we're down at That's special touch with Ms. Leslie Cunningham, and she has brought for us today some personal care products, some specially made soaps, lavender soap, and gardenia soap.
Mama, like a wagon wheel, rock me, mama, and way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Yeah, rock me, mama, like a windmill in the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. I said, hey, mama, rock me.
I'm in the gift girl tent, and oh my gosh, look at what she has created. These are beautifully embellished pots, so add a plant, maybe from the Master Gardeners, get a pot.
JL Designs is really decorated this afternoon here in downtown Monroe.
Now we're at Gold Springs Apiary. Oh my gosh, you need a little sweetness in your life. Come out and get this wildflower honey.
It doesn't look like it. It looks, you can't even notice it, so she goes to her hair.
This is Paul Mullins. We're downtown Monroe. Today is June the 15th, and if you wouldn't believe it, there's flowers everywhere. And I've taken some shots of these flowers, and hopefully you will enjoy downtown Monroe today, June the 15th. This is Paul Mullins with Walton Entertainment.
As people, we're just curious about how things work. We want to get closer and more involved to see the inner workings. Welcome to A Look Inside. Join us as we take a closer look at people, places, and things, and what makes them work.
All right. Well, I've been in the industry since I was about 9 years old. I started off acting. I've done a lot of theater. We did some television, commercials, things like that. And as I got older, got more into theater. It wasn't actually until I started going to my first conservatory, which was the American Musical and Dramatic Academy in New York. That's when I really got interested in film and acting. And it was one of my first short films after school. Was a short film directed by the now Rabbi David Nesanoff, but then was just David, and he kind of, I'd say he's the one that really gave me the inspiration to get more into production, more behind the camera stuff, and my interest in that really started after that short film. And I moved slowly more into the production side of things.
I went out last night. There's been too much trouble with all this. I went to handle things.
Where? What happened?
I went to talk, that's it. I wanted to talk to him man to man, wanted to tell him to leave you two alone.
And? Hector!
There were a lot of people. I thought I saw him. There were a lot of people, Pete. They just surrounded me. I thought I saw him. They didn't give me a choice.
In our Images current project is the Georgia Independence short film anthology. And what we want to do with this project is we want, you know those 18 or so credits you see at the beginning of a movie? We want to see the shows and the films that are shot here in Georgia. We want to see more local names in those initial credits. So we're doing a short film anthology that is completely local talent, from script writers to casting directors to actors, all the way to distribution. We want to showcase all of our local talent and all of our local crew. We want to be able to show what we can do. So these are 6 short films that are going to be packaged with a documentary, a feature-length documentary, and we're going for video-on-demand distribution. And so we are set up. Everything is local, And this will give us a chance to show some of the larger studios that they don't have to fly in those big 18 names in the beginning of the movie. That if you're going to shoot in Atlanta and you're going to shoot in Georgia, that you can get your crew and your talent here.
God, I shouldn't have come here. I shouldn't have come here. No.
Don't say that.
Okay, I knew what might happen, and I knew everybody would.
Pete.
But I did it anyway.
It's not that simple.
It's always easy to say, we're going to have it done in 3 months, we're going to have it done in 6 months. You just never know what's going to happen. And especially since we have 6 different, sets with all their different locations and all those different moving parts. We could be looking at anywhere from 3 to 6 months on a project of this nature.
It's not that simple.
Okay, it is that simple.
Look, you went with another. They should have respected that.
Monroe Country Day School's mission is to inspire every student to have a passion for academic and personal excellence through creative learning, independent thinking, and selfless service to others. Students are exposed to the local community and provided opportunities for independent thinking.
What will you do with all the dirt?
Some of the dirt you see has been hauled over here because they're going to have to build the finished floor, the elevation of the building, so that it's got to have the right kind of soil that will compact and tighten up for the footings of the building.
Monroe Country Day School values the whole child. Therefore, we believe in a holistic and integrated approach that involves the development of the student academically, personally, and socially. Monroe Country Day School believes that creative learning produces independent thinking and fosters a love of learning. Excellence is applied to all that we do. We strive to foster students that are pursuing strong academic and personal excellence. Project-based education is integrated into our curriculum.
When we go back in the classroom, we need the combined weight of you guys because we've got to figure our bridge, our mass bridge weight ratio, okay? You got to figure out how much weight it was that finally broke your bridge, okay?
We need a scale for that.
And then on Monday, we're going to redesign. We figured out where some of our flaws are. We're going to spend another week redesigning, all right?
Monroe Country Day School offers personalized education that begins with the personal knowledge of each student academically and each student's personal story. We believe that taking personal responsibilities for one's academic and personal choices produces strong, independent, capable, and confident citizens. Students are taught responsibility for self, peers, and community. Through service to one's peers and community, an equipped leader finds personal growth and fulfillment. We facilitate this leadership through providing experiences of service. Respect is the basis for good dialogue, independent thinking, and mutual enjoyment of life lived in community. Monroe Country Day School is designed for families who see the value of educating the whole child. Monroe Country Day School will reach its mission by maintaining small class sizes, offering project-based learning and a high-level curriculum, and by providing service opportunities in an aesthetically pleasing environment. Monroe Country Day School has positioned itself to produce a community of young people who are strong in mind and character and living as contributing members in their community. For more information, please contact Mandy Wellington, Admissions Director, at 770-267-8955.
From outside appearances, this Waffle House looks like any other. But once inside, that'll change once you order your food.
Hash brown on the side, scallop smothered, covered in chunk.
Ron B. Music, the Waffle House cook, here at the Waffle House off of 278 in Covington, Georgia. He's been working with Waffle House on and off for about 20 years.
I got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I got the month of May. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way?
He talks about the way he prepares people's food. Not only is it to order, but it's entertaining.
I like to cook, so I found something that I like to do, and this is a stage to me. So if I get my customers happy, give them a good show, entertain them as I cook, hey, why not?
The customers often sit in awe as Ron sings up the latest tunes, often changing words to hit songs to go with the Waffle House.
First it aggravated me because I couldn't hear him well. But then he got closer and it sounded a whole lot better. But other than that, he just seems to be a pretty decent fella, does his job well, and just sings while he's doing it.
Not only do the customers enjoy what Ron is serving up each day as he cooks the food, but the people that work around Ron say that he makes the environment so nice.
Well, it's definitely not a dull moment. A lot of times when you do hear him sing, you do get a laugh out of it because a lot of the lyrics are pretty funny. And he's pretty laid back, so it does make working here while being on shift with him pretty fun.
Well, I guess I'll have a waffle today, my waffle. Talking about my waffle. Ooh.
Goats, goats, and more goats. It's all about the goats at Double Durango Farm in Loganville, Georgia.
This is Double Durango Farm in Loganville, Georgia. We started about 15 years ago with our goats, and we've been here 20 years. It just started really as a hobby, just for fun.
Double Durango Farm offers a variety of goat fun, including farm tours, photo shoots, custom stands, and goat yoga. That's right, goat yoga. If you're looking for a relaxing, unique meditation, what better way than with a herd of goats?
Goat yoga offers an opportunity for anybody to come and try it, and they don't have to worry about if they're doing the postures correctly or if they're really just enjoying doing something active with the goats and just sharing that moment, I think.
I found the goat yoga through Facebook, and I had some friends that were coming out and I wanted to try something different, so we found that it was here in Loganville and signed up.
So if you're looking for something to do with the family this weekend, look up Double Durango Farms in Loganville, Georgia.